Hello, everyone. So I've started the Hangout. Now I know there's sort of a delay that's happening, so it's weird. I know that I'm saying this right now, but you're not going to hear me say it for like 30 seconds or 45 seconds. I'm not sure. So yeah. So anyway, welcome to today's video commentary. We're going to be looking at episode 103. Oh, whoa, do you hear the echo there? That's me talking on that screen, and I better turn off the sound there. Okay, now now I can just hear me talking. So today, yeah, today we're gonna watch episode 103, which I'm really excited about because this is a favorite one of mine. Hang on, sorry, I'm just rearranging the things on my screen here so that I'm not staring at myself, which is really weird, especially considering that myself is delayed. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to type, can you guys hear me okay? So I've just typed that into the live chat. Now this part right now, the public isn't going to see that. This little bit is just for you guys. You guys are the patrons of Out with Dad and your other supporters of Out with Dad, like some of our translators. I'm hoping will join us. There's also some special guests. I hope you guys are in, and if you are here, please say hello in the chat. We might also be joined by some of the fan fiction winners. This is sort of like a little bonus prize because I still haven't mailed your prize. So we had a terrific fan fiction contest, and you should go check out some of the amazing submissions that were sent in. I haven't read many, and there's a real decision that I haven't read those because right now I'm writing more Out with Dad right now, so I don't want to read other people's work because I don't want it to influence me. And besides, there's ethical questions about that, like should I be reading it? But I know from like what I hear from those that have read it, everyone is really impressed. So I'm excited about that. Jackie, who helps run the event, she was really wowed by the submission. So apparently, Out with Dad has amazing fans, and that's pretty obvious. So Thomas McDonald saying it nor YT. I don't know what that means. Okay. So if you haven't already, in the description down below, I have a link to episode 103. And let me make sure I got the right link. Yes, I do. I actually have the right link. So what I want you to do is cue it up, let it play. If there's any ads or whatever like that, we'll just let that get out of the way. And once it gets to 4 seconds, I want you to pause. And then later when we start like the real show that we'll be advertising, that we'll be showing publicly, I'm going to get you to press play at that moment, and then we'll be sort of in queue, and then you can watch as I'm watching. Because during this live thing, I won't be able to superimpose it as I want to, so that'll get superimposed. I'll sort of like add it here, kind of thing. So when we are actually watching, I'm gonna like stand over and just have this like empty space right here. Oh, good. You guys are okay. So I think you guys can hear me. So that's good. Um, Strange thing though about this episode 103 is I thought that every single episode, except for season openers, had a exactly 4-second clip of the title. The title screen is that sort of slow zoom, and I thought it was exactly 4 seconds on every episode. But to my surprise, episode 103, it's less than 4 seconds, and there's a dissolve. What? So that's kind of surprising because I'm really big on consistency. So anyway, so let's see here. So I think I'm just gonna wait another minute because then it'll be like 5 after, and then hopefully we'll have enough. We'll have more people joining us, and I think this is gonna be good fun because this is a really special episode. So why don't I? So I'm just looking at the time here. It's 4 minutes after 9 here in Toronto. By the way, for those of you who are watching in different countries and different time zones, one of my goals is try and do this at very different times of day. My original plan was to do it this morning at around 10 a.m., but I completely screwed up and I double booked, and I had something going on this morning that it wasn't on my schedule. So I apologize to those of you who live in very far off places, that we keep doing this in the evening. But next time I really want to make a strong effort to, I'll record it very early in the morning here in Toronto, and then that means it'll be like, you know, midday or evening or whatever elsewhere, because we have fans all over the world. And if I'd love it if you said in the live chat there, you know, who is watching live and where you're coming from, because it'd be really nice to know who's joining us today. So with that said, I'm going to now pretend all this stuff that I just talked about didn't happen, and I'm going to like do like a fake beginning, and then and we'll go from there. And that'll be the part where like I make a cut when I publish this next week to the public. So because yeah, you know, this is the special one. You know, this is that special moment in time for you and me, and because you guys are all the biggest supporters of Out with Dad, and you know, we couldn't be doing this without you. So oh, should I give you some little insight on how the film shoot went last week? I think I will. So last week we filmed on the Toronto Islands. At the south of Toronto is Lake Ontario, and there's a whole bunch of islands there. There's three major ones. There's Ward Island, there's Center Island, and then there's Hanlan's Point, and they're all very different in their ways. Center Island is really like family friendly one, and that's got like lots of rides and stuff for kids. Ward Island actually has a lot of residents that live on the island there, and they're very picturesque places. And I'm hoping I'll be able to sort of show off a little bit of that in the episode that you're going to see. I haven't started editing it yet. I probably will. I'm going to probably get around to it maybe tomorrow or over the weekend or something like that. But yeah, so we did a lot of filming there on Ward Island, and then we actually went way over to the other side to Hanlan Point, which is actually was like a 6-kilometer walk. And because over there on that very far end is the clothing optional beach, which a lot of Torontonians don't even know there's a clothing optional beach in Toronto. So I wanted to film near it, because near that is a bunch of warning signs saying, like, you know, warning, you're entering clothing optional area and all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to include that because there's a good joke, but I don't want to spoil the joke for you right now. But the reason I'm bringing all this up is because you know, we had a crew of about 3 or 4 crew members. Of course, we had Kate, and we had Jonathan performing it, and myself directing, and I also got to shoot. Danielle Thorne was also shooting. So we got to do all this, and we got to pay ourselves like professionals, and we got to do that because of you guys. So holy wow, that's amazing. You know, actually, not only are we just paying ourselves a little bit, but we're actually paying ourselves a reasonable amount, though, more than the average independent web series can. So that's saying something. So thank you guys. All right, so I think it's a little after 9. I think we can start the real show now, eh? All right, here we go. So now just bear with me as I pretend none of this happened and that we're starting again. You get it, right? You're right. Oh, so if you haven't already, clothing optional freezing. Actually, it was a very hot day. It was really hot temperatures the day we were filming. In the beginning of the day, it was very foggy, but by afternoon, we were very happy to be in our bathing suits. We opted to be in our bathing suits after we wrapped. You know, everyone else was naked around us, but we you know, we're kind of like family. We're not really that much family. So yeah, we hung out and just enjoyed ourselves after we were filming. And so yeah, it was a great day. But it was a very hot day, and we've actually been having very high temperatures, which is great because Pride is just about to happen this coming weekend, which with Dad, the gang, we're going to be getting together, and we're going to be celebrating with our friends at P-Flight Canada. It's going to be super fun. Okay, so now I'm going to start the real beginning here. All right, here we go. Hello everyone, welcome to this month's video recording, a video commentary for episode 103, Movie Night with Dad. I'm really glad you guys could join us because this was a really big episode for us. For one, it was more than 10 minutes long, which back in those days, there was still that belief that web series shouldn't be more than 5 minutes. Like, it was, even 5 minutes was considered to be really long. And if it was any longer than that, then the belief was no one would click play. So after our first episode, everyone said, it was too short, and so we started like adding up episodes. And so this episode, I don't remember. I think it might have been, I think, the movie theater scene at the end. I think it was supposed to be its own episode, and then everything prior to that was to be its own episode. So this is like two episodes that were merged together. So it was a long episode, but it was also significant because of the bonding that happened when we were shooting it. Because that movie theater scene was, it was an all-night shoot, and it was, we had to begin after the theater had closed. So I'll get into a little bit more of that as we watch. One of the things that I just want to point out, I'm wearing a Pete Whitting and the Pirates t-shirt. One of the things that a lot of the web series community creators in the community are doing is we're trying to make an effort to wear t-shirts of other people's web series, and in an effort to help show each our mutual support. And maybe when people are wearing these t-shirts and you get to see the behind the scenes photos, fans will realize, oh, there's other shows out there. So I mean, I own this t-shirt. I mean, I worked on Pete Winning, but this is Mike Donis's show, who is a really good friend of mine, and I'm a huge fan of this show. It's not for everyone. I mean, I don't know if it's something that the reasons you love Out with Dad may not be the same reasons you love Pete Winning and the Pirates, but it's a lot of fun. It's got some really enjoyable acting, some stellar production value, and I got to direct some of it. The first season I co-directed with Mike Donis. Season 2 was multiple directors, and that was done a little bit differently, where scene by scene or location by location, one director would sort of take that on. And so if you are a web series creator and you'd like me to wear your t-shirt while I'm doing these commentaries, get in touch with me, because I would love to promote your show, especially if you think that your show is something that fans of Out with Dad would enjoy. And if you are an audience, if you are a fan of another show, maybe tell that show that, hey, Jason might wear your t-shirt. So, I just want to help support the community, and maybe others will, and maybe you'll be able to discover other great shows too. So right now I'm recording this with a bunch of fans who are supporters of Out with Dad. They're the patrons of Out with Dad. They've supported us by pledging $10 or more a month, and we owe so much to them. And really, anyone that's watching owes thanks to them as well, because those folks, among many others, are helping create season 4 of Out with Dad. So they've already queued up episode 103, and so they're going to watch along with us, and I'm going to superimpose it kind of about here as we get going. So everyone that's watching live, why don't we press play in 3, 2, 1. So here we are. We're filming in. We're actually this hallway doesn't exist anymore. Apparently, this was at Ryerson University. I cringe every time I show this episode to anyone, because the audio in the scene is so horrendously bad. Please remember that when we made this show, we were rookie filmmakers. We were still very new at that. We'd just gotten DSLR cameras, and so these are, well, actually, this is it right here. This is the very camera that this scene was shot on, and it's starting to look a little old. It's getting aged now, but one of the things about DSLR cameras is that they don't record audio, or they do, but not very well. So you have to record audio separately. And so while we had separate audio gear, we didn't know where to put microphones. We only had one, so it was kind of like tucked away in the corner. And so when I watch the scene today, I cringe, because when people are introduced to Out with Dad for the first time, they're of course going to start at the beginning, and there's just so many cringe-worthy moments where I know I'm a better filmmaker than that. All of us are better filmmakers, and I know Lindsay and Kate and all the other actors, they sort of cringe at their performances. I think these guys do a fine job here. One of the things I was trying to convey in this scene when I wrote it was this notion that Rose and Kenny, they're always confused for being a couple. I don't know if that ever really came across very loudly, very clearly in the story, because that was the thing when I was in high school. I had lots of friends who were girls, and everyone just assumed that we were a couple. And I remember I found that very, very frustrating, very upsetting. So I wanted to include that in Out with Dad. So now we're on to the subway, and we filmed this very late at night, and we just went on, I think it was like a Monday night, and we all met up, and there's Kara sitting there in the pink jacket, and Sarah Joy, Bennett, who's a very dear friend of mine, and she's an amazing singer and actor. So we shot this scene without any dialogue, and it was really nice, a very exciting opportunity to do a silent scene. Um, it also made it easier to film in a public place because we did. Oh, that's my wife, by the way, talking to Eric, who would later produce season 2. Oh, he produced the season as well, and he's our quite the audio guy now. So yeah, we sort of populated the whole area with friends and family to block off our own area. In fact, actually, the funny thing is the head right behind there, behind Kara, that's Eric again. He just moved over and put on my hoodie. And that poster there, that is actually, the funny thing is there's a picture of Will Conlon. That's a poster for the project we did together beforehand, before Ever Dad, called Mobius. And so we were just basically getting off subways and moving onto other subways. We just taped that back up so we had that continuity in each shot. So it was a lot of fun to film. It only took about an hour. But the music in that scene, it was actually Adrian Ellis. He actually met a young girl who is a harpist, and she was playing the harp live. It was really, really beautiful. Do you need a permit to film on the subway? You do if you're going to be obstructing the way for people. So if we were like using a tripod and we were like blocking the view, then yes, we would have. But because we were doing it all handheld and we weren't going to be getting in anyone's way, and well, there is one little bit that we sort of fudged in. That is that you're supposed to be doing it not for commercial purposes, which technically we're being commercial, but I was sort of like using the word independent. And anyway, some TTC, the transit employees, they saw us doing it, and they didn't seem to mind too much. So this scene, a lot of people laugh about how much broccoli Nathan is cutting in this scene, and it's just one of those things. Like, we just kind of wanted him to have something to do. I remember Will telling me that he practiced, because he doesn't do much cooking himself, and so he had to like practice using a knife because he wanted to make sure he looked like he was knew what he was doing there. So this is Encore Cinemas in Oakville, and I used to be a manager at Encore Cinemas. Not at this actual location. It was actually a movie theater next door. This is in my hometown of Oakville, where I grew up. But I have very many memories seeing this movie. In fact, sitting in this movie theater. In fact, this was Cinema 1, and I remember I watched Jurassic Park for the first time back in '92 in this theater. Probably sitting almost right where Rose and Nathan are. So when I started writing the scene, I really wanted to get to the whole internal struggle that not just someone coming out has to go through, but also the internal struggle that a parent or a friend or a family member has to go through. And so I thought of this idea, like, well, what if you hear what they're saying? And I even thought about should we just do like voiceover, and so you could like hear the inner thoughts? And I don't know, it just seemed like that had been done before. And I thought, well, what if they were just sitting right next to each other? And I thought, well, that might be impossible to film. But I thought, screw it. Let's just write it that way anyway. So I wrote it, and I wrote the first draft, and I was kind of not sure if it was a good idea or not. So I got someone else to read it. I just wanted someone to read it and just say, okay, no, this is a really stupid idea. Don't do it. And then I would just move on and try rewriting it. But everyone that read it was like, this is a really smart idea. I love it. It conveys, and they're, oh, okay, so it's actually a good idea. Darn, now how am I going to do this? So, well, the simple answer is when we're filming towards the front of the theater, when you see all the other extras, we filmed all that stuff first, and then we basically said thank you for everyone joining. There's a whole bunch of like friends, and we actually put a public notice. There was a lot of strangers there too. They just came and joined us and helped us out, and then we said goodbye to them, and then we were filming this way, and the theater was empty basically. And what we did is we just filled in the background with crew members, and so we just kept the camera very still and static and didn't move at all. And then that way I was able to sort of cut around, shrink it down, and then move within the fake frame that I'd created. Now it kind of looks a little bit handheld because I added a little bit of just gentle. See in this shot right here, you can kind of see the camera's just bobbing a little bit, and the panning, like I even kind of made sure that the pan itself wasn't perfect, because sometimes when you pan, you sort of like, you start too fast, you slow down. So I tried to create that feeling of that a real camera operator was doing this. I remember there was some troubles in like this shot right here. The guys, Josh and Eric, there in the background. They had their hands in different positions depending which take it was. So at one point, it looked like they had 3 arms. So that was a problem. um, but this bit of dialogue right here, this was sort of like my thesis statement in a way. Like what what Nathan is saying here is kind of the reason I wanted to make out with Dad. And love the technique, makes the conflict so clear and fun. Oh, good. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you saying that. I think it does do that. And I heard a wonderful story. I hope I don't get choked up telling you this. But a friend of mine who he's a transgender guy, and he was telling me that he was showing with Dad to his dad. And from what I understand, he and his parents don't have the best relationship. But he's watching it with Dad, and they watched, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. And when they got to this, apparently, when they finished watching the episode, his dad turned to him and said, "There, that's why I can't talk to you about this whole gender thing, because I have these conversations just like that." And he apologized to him. And so my friend, he told me that that was the moment, the closest he had ever felt to his dad, and it was because of this scene, and that felt very special to me. I'm really, really, really proud of that's the very reason why we made this show, right? These shots here, when we're looking sideways, where you could see 2 people and their shoulders are overlapping. What we did there was pretty simple. I just have a green fabric, and we just draped it on the seat next to them, and then I was just able to chroma key out around the shoulder there, and that's how we were able to do that. Oh man, I just keep thinking about all the guys in the background with the hands. Oh, it was so much work, because I had to like go through and basically frame by frame mat out the wrong hand and make it look like it was just one hand. There in the background there, that's Kara and Liz. Liz is our art director. She's an amazing filmmaker and documentarian. I really enjoy working with her. It's fun. It's fun looking back. Oh, and there's the Rose. She's touching her necklace because she's thinking about her mom. In none of season 1, we never make it clear that she actually has the necklace, like, or whose that necklace is. We made that clear, not until season 2. That bit with the projector you just saw there, that was actually a special effects shot that I took footage. Actually, it was footage from like a rehearsal. I just needed some movement, and so I just did a bunch of light streaks and stuff like that. So I think it worked out pretty okay. So that is episode 103, which was a challenging one to edit, lots of fun. But one of the great things about that episode was the bonding experience that happened. Because as I said, we started shooting. I remember the last movie ended at around 11, and then the movie theater had to do their cleanup sort of thing. So we didn't actually get into the cinema until about 11:30 p.m. And but they were kind enough to just let us kind of work all night. And I remember when we finally finished, we were so tired, because it really did take a long time to shoot. And that was back before I knew that it was a good idea to have a first AD, a first assistant director, and that's the person who's basically the clock watcher on set. And they keep they keep things moving, they keep things on track. They're sort of like my brain outside of my body, so that I can keep track. They keep track of all the little details that need to be covered. Well, we didn't have that back then, and so I was doing that myself. So sometimes things would get forgotten, such as looking at the clock. In fact, actually, I think I put a ban on clocks that night. I was just like, nobody look, nobody know, because I thought the psychology of, well, if nobody knows what time it is, then you won't feel quite as tired. So anyway, so that was fun. But I remember after we finished filming that episode, we went out of the theater, and when you walk out of those doors, you could see right outside, and of course all of this daylight was coming in. It was just such a weird phenomenon, because usually when you go into the movies it's still daytime, and you come back out and it's dark all of a sudden. And it's like the opposite, where we went in at night and then we came out and all of a sudden it was day. Like, when does that happen, right? I remember Kate telling the story, and I think she wrote a blog about this. She would tell the story about how the drive back to Toronto was a really great one. I stayed in Oakville. I just stayed at my parents' house. But as they were all driving back to Toronto, Josh was driving, and there's a big van, and of course Josh was tired too. So everyone was like had to talk to help keep him awake, right? And but apparently it was a real great bonding experience for all of them. And so that was the a very important episode to all of us. It yeah, brought us together. And I think it's also the episode that Adrian Ellis says is the episode, that movie scene in particular is the scene where like the sort of like the means to which to score this show clicked for him, and it's like we had our musical language figured out. And a lot of things, like I think it's a very big episode for us because for those reasons as well. We're just creatively, technically, a lot of things clicked, and so now we knew what we were doing now. What's strange though is the next episode wasn't written. It was something that we came to next. So when we ended that episode, I guess the next one would have been the date. I don't remember, but anyway, we'll talk more about that next month when we review Party Out. So that's everything. Now I'm wondering if anyone that's watching online has any more questions, but it doesn't look like it right now. So with that, I would like to say thank you for joining us. Just remember, yeah, if you are if you're a web series creator and you'd like me to try and help, do a shout out to your show, let me know, because I want to be able to support you if I can, especially if it's the kind of show that you think fans of Out with Dad would enjoy. I want to be able to share our audiences, because that can only make us stronger, right? Um, yeah, is that everything for now? I think that it is. So again, thank you for joining me. And big thanks to our patrons who are helping us make this happen. If you would like to become a patron, it's very easy to do that. Why don't you just go to outwithdad.com/contribute. Maybe I'll put an annotation right here, right there, that you can click to, and that will go to our page that is all about how you can become a patron and how you can support the show and why the show needs supporting. So there you go. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Goodbye. And cut. There you go. So now I'm done. The public. So this is our chance. If we have any more questions that want to come into the people that are watching live, send them on in. I would love it if you could join us. So I see Thomas is watching tonight. Hello, Thomas. You're joining us from Florida, I think, right? Michelle Eason, where are you joining us from? And Michelle, actually, I don't know how to pronounce our other Michelle. Cateno, he's our Belgium translator. How do you pronounce your last name? I wonder. Maybe you can help me out. So who else is watching? I'd love to be able to say hello. I hear some, but I always like to, like, after we wrap up, I want to give you guys a little bit of inside scoop that everyone else doesn't necessarily get to hear about, and that is this week has been well, actually last weekend and all this week has been a very, very intense week for myself and my friend Nadine Bell. We've been co-writing our next project, which is, you could call it season 5 of Out with Dad, sort of. It's we don't want to say what the real name is yet, but I also don't want to call it season 5, because in a way it's not Out with Dad. It's because Out with Dad is about Rose and her dad. This other one is about Rose and others, certainly, and Dad's in it, but it's not about their relationship. It's it takes place many years after season 4, so we're even going further into the future. But we're going to be doing a table read with the cast in a few weeks, so we're working really hard to get the first draft really done, and the scenes that I've been writing this week have been really, really, really emotional and very difficult, especially difficult because two characters, they are talking about past events that Out with Dad fans might know about, but they both remember the past differently, and each of them has their own take on. Oh, Michelle is visiting from New York. And oh, Thomas, you're from Boston. I see. I've been to Boston. I quite like it. And New York, I adore New York. Actually, both New York and Boston. Those are amazing cities. I love visiting both of those places. I plan to go back one day. Sorry, I know I got distracted there by reading the live chat there. But going back to the different history things, so we have two characters that are remembering things differently, and so it's been difficult because as each of them has something to say to the other, I as a writer have to think back to, okay, well, this is from that person's perspective, so they would say this, and then when the response, well, they would interpret it differently than this one as intended, and so it's mind-boggling difficult, but I'm getting there. And Nadine Bell is an incredible co-writer because she's been giving lots of fantastic feedback. So yeah. So anyway, so I'm really really looking forward to hopefully one day getting that made. But it's going to be a challenge to get it done because, good golly, it needs a huge budget, like huge. And I don't think a Kickstarter or Patreon is going to be able to pay for that. So that's why we're doing season 4 the way we are, so that we can just keep the show going and filling you in with more story before the big grand thing happens. So so there we go. So thanks for joining, everyone. I think I'll say goodnight. It's 9:30 now where I am standing. I think my wife and I are going to go watch Hannibal now. So have a great night, everyone. See you next week, next month, pardon me. And by the way, I should ask if, what time would be good for you, because I'd like to do it at a different time next time. I'm going to maybe try and do it really early in the morning, and then that might work out well for others. So thanks a lot. Goodbye, everyone.